You saw who took my train.
Was it Midas?
That's enough, you two.
The big controller said before turning to Liz.
All right, Liz, tell us exactly what you saw.
Well, it was late at night and I just couldn't get to sleep. So I decided to mosey around the railway, see the sights at night. I had to make it to Bikestown with all the lights in the station went out. I got nothing. It was pretty late after all. Perhaps it was their scheduled time to go off. The lights in the air went off. I knew something was up, as I knew they mostly stayed on during the night. Suspecting something, I hid between some trucks to wait and see, and what I saw shocked me. Outside of the carriage, she came a light blue tank engine in a car even lighter than mine. She came up to a train and suddenly untoupled the first truck. She later did some more shunning until she had a train, and as she arrived, she slumped into the night. My TARDIS then caught up to me and I fell asleep. When I woke up, I rushed down here to tell you, and that's how I got here, sir.
I don't know, but seems a little far-fetched.
Sounds like you've gone a little loopy.
Emily said, causing a chuckle from both engines which caused Liz to blush.
Well, whatever the case, I have a plan to catch this thief. There will be a special train of valuables rigged with flares that will go if they are even touched. I'll have you all split up in groups of 2, and if you see...
Meanwhile, Madeline was trying to find where the thief she saw the night before had gone.
Let's see. There's really not another town for miles past Roline, so it must be on the branch.
And she proceeded down the line to the last station where there was something that caught her eyes.
The old steel mill seems about right. No one's been here for years according to the electrics.
And with that she easily made her way into the compound. She was diverted to a warehouse where she saw what she was looking for. There inside was the engine she saw the night before, so she could get a better look at her. She was a light blue 242 tank engine with no lining and only a builder's plate on the side of her bunkers, and at the top of the water tanks was a nameplate. Before Madeline could read it, 2 pairs of green lights flooded the room, revealing they were from 2 Class 08. It also revealed the stolen goods in a sad-looking narrow-gauge engine with a mustache on a flatbed.
You've done very well, baby.
The left 08 spoke.
But we figure you still owe us.
What? But you said this was the last one.
We not win.
The right one interrupted. He gestured over to the narrow-gauge engine.
Yes. It's easy, Scrap. Easy. Yes.
Both engines then shut off their lights, as if going to sleep. The thief engine sighed.
So how are you then?
I'm fine, but please leave me and run away.
I can't just leave you. After all it for me.
Madeline quickly puffed away. She had seen everything she needed to see, and knew exactly who to tell. It was now the night, and the engines had been split up into 2. Liz was currently waiting for her partner and thinking about what Emily said this morning.
I'll show them I'm not crazy. I really did see the thief last night. I only have to wait to catch her tonight.
Just then Kip backed alongside.
Hello, Light. Oh, isn't this exciting? Think of us catching the thief.
Oh, I know we'll catch the thief. We just need to think tactically.
Oh, no. I think we need to think strategically now.
Oh, no. I think you'll find tactically is the way to go.
This led to the 2 beginning to bicker, and I'm sorry to say it lasted a lot longer than it should. So let's move on to another pair. Meanwhile, on another side of the yard, Jay and Joseph were taking their places at the old refinery dock.
All right, I'll stay back here out of sight. You keep a lookout up front.
I don't know, I feel vulnerable. How about you come here and I go there?
Oh no, you'll be much worse off here, better there, believe me.
Really?
Yeah, I lied to you.
And the 2 went into position, but not for long, as Joseph went up to Jay and said,
Boo!
Oh no, please, Mr. Pirate, I don't mean no harm. I know.
No, Jay, it's me.
You idiot. The big controller said we don't move unless we see something suspicious. You nearly scared me.
Well, if that's nearly... I had to see you really scared.
Just get back to your post.
I only wanted to see if it was better back there.
Well, no, you know it isn't. Stay there and shut up.
and the 2 went back to their post. At another part of the yard, Hazel and Emerald were teamed up. It wasn't something the 2 usually do because of an incident that happened a while ago, but the 2 were forced due to Biggie and Emily teaming up. The 2 were trying really hard not to make eye contact.
So, you pissed off your partner too?
Emerald asked, trying to break the silence. Hazel did the engine equivalent of nodding before asking,
What did you do? I wanted to escape with her to Fiji. I see. I wanted to bring her to justice. You wanted to arrest my girlfriend? You wanted to escape with her to Fiji. Yeah, I guess I did. We both messed up big time, didn't we? Yeah, I think we need to make an apology when this is all said and done.
Emerald nodded and the 2 fell into silence. Meanwhile, Biggie and Emily were in their positions, talking about the current situation.
It just blows my will that I can't prove I'm innocent.
With any luck, we will tonight. And besides, I don't think anyone seriously thinks that you did it.
Hazel and Emerald did.
I guess they did.
Biggie said at last. Just then, Madeline puffed up.
There you two are. I've been looking for you all day. Well, this will have to wait till tomorrow. We're trying to catch the thief, and you'll blow our cover. How do I know who the thief is?
You do.
Yes, but it's a little complicated. I'll explain on the way.
Meanwhile, Liz and Kip were still bickering when Liz noticed Biggie and Emily puffing by with Madeline.
Those two are leaving their posts. I better go investigate.
And with that, she puffed away, leaving Kip very confused. Meanwhile, the thief engine, named Pibby, was approaching Vic's town yard, looking very nervous. She was trying to find a specific truck, but couldn't seem to find it.
I've got to find it. I just hope the railway hasn't found me out.
And she continued down the line. However, it wouldn't last long, as she was stopped by Emily right in her path. She tried to reverse, but was stopped by Biggie and Madeline.
Wait, please. I am not really a thief. I know you're not really a thief.
Madeline said, and she explained what she saw. Pibby was relieved by their understanding and decided to explain her situation a bit more, or at least she would if Liz didn't come up behind Emily.
I should have known there was a reason you two were so fast to disprove me. You're both in on it. Just wait till.
But she was interrupted when Biggie, Emily, and Madeline shushed her. After a quick explanation, Pibby was allowed to continue.
The old narrow gauge engine is my uncle, I tell you. We were trying to escape to your railway when our help betrayed us and made me steal.
She explained. The others were horrified. There was an awkward silence until Emily said,
So they're at the old office line steel mill, correct?
Pibby nodded.
Then that means they're locked in with only one exit. So if we block them,
Then there's no way for them to escape.
Exactly, but we'll need some more help.
Later, back at the old steel mill, Pibby returned. The thief's lights turned on almost instantly.
And you returned. Did you bring what we asked?
No.
And with that, the opposite side door opened, revealing Biggie.
Trying to steal from my railway, eh?
That's us, Paul. Well, not afraid of you.
But you should be afraid of me.
Emily said, puffing behind Pibby. Madeline then puffed behind Biggie. The thieves, realizing they were outnumbered, rushed out of the back of the warehouse, then quickly made their way to the back of the mill, where all the tracks converged. Soon enough they did, but before they were able to escape, they were stopped by a group of old flappers, being pushed by Liz.
Somewhere.
She asked before being joined by Kip, Emerald, Hazel, Jay, and Joe, both thieves gone, knowing that they were well and truly caught. The next day, the police and the big controller were notified and the thieves were taken away. Now the party was all report. Having been given the day off, Biggie and Emily were at the old docks with Pibby and Otter.
I don't think I can thank you enough. It was nothing. Now you two better get to the works. The big controller's waiting. All right. Come on, old man. Let's get started on our new life.
And with that she puffed away, with Otter in tow. No sooner than they had, Emerald and Hazel puffed up.
Hey! Look! I'm really sorry, Pape. I should not have assumed you were the culprit. And I should have stopped talking about it when you said to.
I also should have stopped talking about it when you said to, Biggie. And I also shouldn't have wanted to bring you to justice, Emily. So, I'm sorry.
Can you forgive us?
Biggie and Emily both looked at each other before saying,
Of course.
and they all smiled. But then Emily noticed two particular diesels behind the flare trucks.
Jay and Joseph. I want to have a word with them.
And with that she and Biggie puffed over.
Hey, you two. Thanks for the help. I don't know what we'd have done without your help.
Well, we were collective. We were just glad to have our part.
We never thought you really stole the train either.
Oh no, could have fooled me.
Weren't you two just a little bit scared?
No, nothing scares us, does it, Joseph?
Jay asked. Meanwhile, on the other side of the yard, both Kip and Liz were approaching behind the two diesels.
See? I told you I wasn't crazy.
You've proved me wrong, though. That plane could have been a bit more strategic.
Kip was interrupted when he hit the flare trucks, triggered them. This caused Jay and Joe to run away screaming.
They moved pretty fast when they were not scared.
They certainly do.
And both engines laughed.